Good morning. I'm here with Josh from Just Work Athletics. Josh is an excellent personal trainer, and I'm just so inspired by Josh and everything that he does to help improve people's lives. And Josh is helping me to train for the 80-mile paddleboard event, crossing through across the ocean from the Bahamas all the way to Florida.
It's crazy.
It's a little crazy, but definitely want to hear some of your thoughts and advice, Josh, on how can we prepare, me and everybody else who's preparing for this event, or anybody that's taking on a challenge to get in shape or to be fit or train for an event. What would you recommend in terms of mental toughness to help prepare for this type of an event?
Okay. So first and foremost, I think you need to find just kind of your why to why you're doing this. You have a perfect reason for the charity event that you're doing, so you kind of found your purpose or motivation for the event. So I think first and foremost, you just need to find kind of your why, or what's going to drive you through all of this. What's going to motivate you? What's going to get you up at 5:30 or 6 a.m. like we do, and get out there and work out before you go to work. You need to kind of find what's going to get you through this process. And kind of those days where you feel like giving up, or you feel like I'm not really making any gainway or anything like that, that's going to get you to that next step as far as kind of the mental toughness and everything. I even kind of write down, just so you can actually visually see kind of what your goals are, whether that's a month-long goal, a 3-month-long goal, 6 months, a year. Just kind of write out your goals so you're actually trying to attain something. Don't just go out there each day, working out, throwing weights around with no kind of purpose really. So find your why, find your motivation. I think that's kind of the foundation of fitness.
That's awesome. Yeah, finding your why is so important. And I know that for me personally, getting out there, paddling, training, getting up early to go work out with you, or again, paddling out with other people, training for the event. I think that's really important, finding your why. No matter what you're doing, is really having that motivation inside you to get you up and get you moving. So awesome advice.
Absolutely. And I think some people that are kind of scared to take that first step into fitness, they're afraid they're going to fail, or they won't know how to do it, or they've been out of the game for so long. Maybe they used to work out, they're trying to get back into it. But if you just kind of take that first step, you've already kind of made your way back into the path that you want to be in. And just adding years to your life, you got to realize you're making an investment in your life down the road to see your kids walk down the aisle, to see their kids walk down the aisle. So you're not just going in there to look good in the mirror, you're adding years to your life. So you got to look at it kind of at a big picture.
Absolutely. So long-term fitness goals in addition to short-term fitness goals is important.
Absolutely.
Awesome. And tell us a little bit more about what you do with your training sessions and
Absolutely.
Your business.
So Just Work Athletics. I'm based out of Coral Springs, Florida. And what I like to do mainly is make it as convenient for my client as possible. So I like to be able to travel to my clients, and I do a variety of training. So I do a lot of personal training, but also a lot of kind of sport-specific skill development. Perfect example with you doing the paddleboarding. So we do a lot of core work, a lot of leg work. So I like working with a lot of athletes as well. I work with kids, boys and girls, ages 5 or 6, all the way up to older people around like 75, 80 years old. So
wow.
It's anything in between. It just kind of depends on what they're looking for, what their goals are, and then we get to work.
That's awesome. It's great that we have people like you out there to help guide people along in their journey with whatever part of the fitness journey that they're in.
And that's one of the things I think keep a lot of people out of kind of starting their fitness journey, is kind of the intimidation factor, or just not knowing really how to approach it, or how to go to a gym, or what weights to use, what machines to use. So I try and make it very simple. I just like to make sure that everyone really realizes and is aware of their full potential. Nowadays, just going to the gym a couple times a week, or just going to practice after school and play, that's not going to cut it. You know what I mean? I think even myself growing up playing sports, I just didn't really see how hard you had to work outside of kind of those practices, whether it's in the off season or doing skill and development work, taking care of your nutrition and what you're eating, putting in your body. Just to be able to separate yourself from those other athletes, and not just falling back to just thinking you still have tomorrow or I can start next week.
Well, and how important is nutrition and hydration, and especially for a big, long endurance event like I'm training for? What would you recommend?
So as crazy as it sounds, nutrition and in the kitchen is probably even more important than the actual weight training. Your grocery list to prepping meals to just really setting yourself up to eat correctly, eat healthy, and just give your body the fuel that it needs. So if you're not giving, a Lamborghini or a Cadillac the right fuel or changing the oil, it's probably not going to run very well, right? So your body's the same way. You got to take care of your body. It's about 70-80% of the battle as far as your fitness challenge. So it all starts in the kitchen. And what's great about kind of the world we live in today with social media and everything like that, there's a lot of information out there, a lot of free information, a lot of nutrition tips, meal plans, recipes, things like that.
So incorporating some mental toughness.
Absolutely.
Training plan, some good nutrition, hydration, and people are going to be on the path to starting a real great beginning to their fitness journey.
Absolutely.
All right, go. Come on. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. 5 seconds. Let's go. 4, 3, push. Push. 2, 1. There we go. Good job. Good workout.
So what do you say, Josh? Do we have the why?
Absolutely.
Let's get to work!